Back in 2015, Judy Matthews, a Toronto urban planner and activist, approached the city about using the space under the Gardiner Expressway. And the Gardiner Expressway is an elevated highway that cuts across the city of Toronto. And for many years, underneath the Gardiner Expressway, the space was not being utilized. There were railroad tracks, outdoor storage, and parking lots. And Judy Matthews saw this as a great opportunity for the city of Toronto to create public spaces under what she considered a canopy. And the Gardiner Expressway is one of the longest continuous canopies in Toronto. It extends 6.5 kilometers and provides shade and relief from the unrelenting heat and sun. And in 2016, the mayor of Toronto decided that they were going to create a linear park under the Gardiner Express. Judy Matthews was so excited about this project that she donated $25 million. And currently, the Bentway is holding a sun and shade art exhibit, which there are several art pieces along the Bentway which get the public to think about the sun and shade and urban planning in the future as the heat waves become more and more in the city. There is more of an emphasis on providing public spaces so that the public can get reprieve from the unrelenting heat and sun. And the Bentway is one example of how the city of Toronto is looking at shade in a different light, no pun intended, so that folks who don't have access to air conditioning and live in the urban jungle where tree canopies are not a priority can come to these spaces and gather. Sun and shade exhibit underneath the Bentway starts right here, and this exhibit by Edra Soto provides an architectural form and strategy to provide shade and proper airflow. And this structure here allows pedestrians to walk under it. And it is created such that it reduces heat in its design. So it not only provides shade, but it also provides ventilation. And along the Bentway right now, and it began back in May and it goes right through to October, are these art exhibits under the Bentway. Celsius. And it says on the sign here, the Gardner Expressway is a concrete structure holding invisible energy that absorbs the sun's heat throughout the day and releases it gradually at night, a phenomenon known as the urban heat island effect. Got somebody rollerblading along that public path there that in the wintertime is a skating rink. And simultaneously, the shade created by the Gardner provides relief from the sun, helping to maintain cooler temperatures below its roof. And this exhibit here, if you look through it, it actually shows you how much heat is being emitted. Thermal energy is being emitted there. Pretty hot. On June 24th in the city, still suffering through a heat wave here, but man, it is cool under the Bentway. And this linear park provides shade, a public space. As you can see, there are folks rollerblading, skateboarding along this path. There are chairs and tables. I would say it feels like 10 degrees cooler under the Gardner Expressway. And this space also allows for cultural exhibitions and art exhibitions like the one here today, the Sun and Shade. And you have a little bit of a tree canopy right here, which provides shade as well. And the city of Toronto is really starting to get on board with how we are going to make the city more comfortable for those who live here in terms of providing cool spaces and gathering spaces and parks. And in the next 25 years, the city of Toronto intends on adding 40% more tree canopy or trees to the city. But it's so important that the city acknowledges that trees need to be planted throughout the city, because in a lot of lower income neighborhoods, they're called concrete jungles, and concrete absorbs heat. And it's very hard for those parts of the city to stay cool. And back in 2016, the city held a contest to name this area here. And the winning name was the Bentway. And to break that name down, Bent is the name of these concrete pillars that hold up the Gardner Expressway. And then the Gardner Expressway, the highway above us, put together would be the Bentway. So that was the winning name for this linear park. As temperatures rise in the city, the need for cooling strategies is now becoming an immediate issue in the city that is dominated by concrete and glass. And in front of me here is another art exhibit. It is known as Second Shade. Exhibit here envisions the city's evolving skyline as a climate attentive ecosystem that incorporates reusable or repurposed construction as well as lush greenery, and it sits atop this hill on the Bentway here. And with more and more concrete going upward, this art exhibit gets us to think about how we would like our cities to evolve. One of the more interesting exhibits under the Bentway right now, running from May until October, is the Moving Forest. And this was created by architects from the Netherlands, and they are red, silver, sugar, and autumn blaze maple trees inside of shopping carts. And tonight I'm not seeing 50, but there were to be 50 on exhibit here. And this moving forest has actually moved from the Downs View Airport. It is currently here at the Bentway, and it will be making its way to Harborfront and Harborfront Center. And the purpose of this exhibit of these maple trees is to show the importance of trees in the urban setting. And trees provide natural shade. They prevent flooding. And cooling areas for the public. And after this exhibit is over, these trees, 50 of them, will be planted in the city of Toronto. Way is an example of how shade is now becoming a priority as the summer months get hotter in the city.